This video is on the Key Learning Reflection 2, which focuses on the driver diagram. The driver diagram is an interrelationship diagram. It shows the relationship between an aim or focus and the primary drivers, the secondary drivers, and then eventually the change idea that one would like to see come about. Driver diagrams are a tool for analyzing a problem of practice, illuminating the root causes of those problems, and also showing the hierarchical relationships between the causes. So the relationships between the secondary drivers and the primary drivers, and then the effects. So using a driver diagram, one really wants to think and keep in mind how it falls within improvement science. It helps to test the hypothesis of the problem. So it's based on your aim statement. It allows examination of those parts of the theory that you have for your problem of practice. And the goal is to get the highest leverage towards improving for that aim statement and that goal. It directs the team where to start and where you're heading, where you're trying to get based on those improvement factors. So the driver diagram and the displays, it shows the priority and within the aim statement. So you delve into understanding what the problem is. You keep the research in mind and take it into consideration. So that's one of the reasons that we do our review of literature, is because we want to know what others have done to address the problems, what others have concluded, what changes they've made, and how successful those changes have been. You also want to keep in mind within your organization or other organizations how they've solved the problems, what has been done within specific organizations to help them become successful. So you keep those things in mind when you're developing your aim statement within your driver diagram. Again, you're going to test a hypothesis, and in testing a hypothesis, one keeps in mind that that's a living document. So this driver diagram and even your hypothesis, when you set a hypothesis, the results may be very different than what you think. It's a living document, this problem of practice that we're examining. And so it's going to be refined over time. Also, it's not just an effort of the one person in this class. It is a collective effort. So it's meant to drive action for the team and keep the team coordinated on with the same focus, it's on the same page, again, where you're starting and where we're trying to head. So within my driver diagram, my aim statement was, my improvement project's aim statement was increase second grade proficiency in foundational skills acquisitions 10% as measured by the TN Ready assessment in spring 2019. So that aim statement's goal is to clearly define what success would look like once we've improved through the improvement project. It defines the system that needs to be improved, so the success with the foundational skills acquisition, and the quality and how it will be measured. It's going to be measured by the TN Ready, and the quality would be an increase of 10%. So it says how much, by when, and for whom. That's what the aim statement does. Also, within the driver diagram, we're going to look at the primary drivers. The primary drivers show the priority. And again, they are bound by the aim statement. It's what's necessary to move outcomes measured on evidence. It helps us to organize the work. So what am I going to focus on in thinking about this improvement project? It relates to high-level causes of the problem, what might have caused those second grade foundational skill scores to fall in the past, and how many groups need to be engaged. So in this case, we're thinking about a group of second grade students. In the case of my problem of practice, the primary drivers were curriculum support skill acquisition, measurement tools to track student progress throughout the year, teaching strategies and outlook, and goals and accountability communication. Those primary drivers are fed by secondary drivers. They relate to changes. Secondary drivers are changes that are specific to the practices or an intervention that is in place. So they are structures, norms, or processes. They are necessary for the primary drivers to be moved, and they organize the work in a helpful way.